This is
So these people even trust me to handle a cat.
not cats. What I'll get you is
You can't
parrot.
even let me handle a
Parrot.
lazy animal.
I said parrot. Cats. At the end of the day,
I miss captain.
Only our captain. Captain. I don't know. Don't worry. Emeka you go. But honor her around, don't travel. So whenever Hajj is about time, you go. Hello guys.
I still remember food.
But you know they don't live here. Kiss again. Now let me start. How are you? Thank you guys for joining me. It's raining heavily where I am. Very, very, very heavy. So I don't know if it's raining where you guys are, but if care is not taken, it might affect our network. If care is not taken, because it's really, really heavy. But all the same, we have to proceed, and I pray it doesn't affect our network at the end of the day. Guys, welcome everybody once again. Yeah, Empress, I can see you. Welcome everyone on our wonderful Resilient Roses program today. Before I proceed, I'm going to apologize to you guys for not coming up on Wednesday. I wasn't able to make it on Wednesday because I was under the weather. Yeah, I was under the weather, but by the special grace of God, I'm much better now. So that's why we're having it. And I must say, I actually miss you guys. I miss you all. You guys that are coming for this program that knows what we're talking about. I miss you guys, yeah? So thank you. We have to proceed with the program. Today we're going to talk about mental health. Yes, how are you? How is the
Good. Can you
family?
hear me? We're all
Okay,
right.
I'm so
Well, can you hear
sorry.
me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but I'm straining to hear you because it's raining heavily where I am. It's a massive
Oh, no
downpour where I
wonder.
am. So I'm hearing you, but I'm trying to
Oh, no
strain my
wonder.
ears to hear you properly.
Oh,
So, all right,
I'm also
Temiso,
hearing a very big noise from the background.
you are
I'm hearing a
hearing the
very big
noise?
noise from the background as if it's raining. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rain. Yeah, it's raining heavily down here. Yeah, I know it's affecting, but honestly, I love it. I love rain a lot. So we can proceed with the program. You're highly welcome. Thank you for joining us once more. And I hope your family are doing great.
Yeah, we're fine. Thank you.
All right, let's proceed. Today we're going to talk about mental health. Now, in as much as it's Resilient Roses meant for women, but today's topic, mental health, is actually for everyone, not just women. It's actually for everyone. First of all, we need to understand what mental health is, and I believe we all know what mental health is. But the reason why I said we have to talk about mental health today is we need to actually explain it, analyze it, more especially for people down here in Africa, in Nigeria, for us to actually understand mental health conditions. I know outside the country, they do know what is mental health condition or cases better than we do here. The reason I said that is because in Nigeria here, people, majority, definitely not everybody, majority believes that when you are having a mental health issue, that you are a madman who roams around the streets naked. That is what majority of us down here in Nigeria believe. That is, when you see such people, now you can tell, oh, they're actually having a mental health issue. Now, but we need to actually explain it deeply. It is not just only when you see someone roaming that can tell you, oh, yeah, that's a mental health case there. No. There are some people you see that are looking okay, looking very, very clean, well-to-do. They are not even poor people, whether they are poor or not poor, but they look okay, they are healthy. But we need to start seeing that many people are passing through mental health issue. You mustn't necessarily need to be naked, roaming around the streets, or smashing the stores and houses, or smashing windows and all that. No, you mustn't necessarily need to be in that condition before anybody can know that you are passing through a mental health case issue. No. So that's why we are trying to elaborate it and let people know that you can see one with a suit, tie, or well-dressed lady, corporate, or even casual, heely shoes, what you name it, well made up face. But he or she is not mentally stable or up there. Because we take things for granted in this country, that's why we hardly look into these cases. We hardly look into these cases, and that's why when we see people going through that, our normal terms in Nigeria, they will say awo. Igbo people, you guys know what I'm talking about. When they see such people, they will say awo, awo na there, awo na there. Now, if you ask them, explain that awo, many people cannot even explain what they mean by awo. So let's not paint something that is not all right. We'll try to paint it clean, all because we fail to understand what truly is. Many people are passing through a lot that can cause them to have a mental shock. They'll be in a state of shock and they'll lose their mental health. Many people go through a lot. There are a lot of people. If we start to analyze this, worrying has never helped anyone. In as much as human beings, we cannot run away from being worried. But we always try to tell people, no matter the state of condition you see yourself, like the one that is not good, do not worry so much. You can worry, but do not worry so much. Yeah? So that's why we're talking about this. We're trying to elaborate this mental issue. So you might have issue case, but you may not know that you are passing through it. That's why we're bringing this topic of mental health today. Mental health is a topic that needs to be talked about, that needs to be sang about. We need to always ring bell into the ears of masses out there concerning mental health, because it's very, very important to check your mental health. Like I said, it's not when you are roaming around the street naked, then that's when even you yourself will know that, oh yes, I have a mental case. No. A lot of things can trigger that. I don't know the one you are passing through, but you need to listen and know exactly the one you might be facing, or the things you might be passing through without even knowing that you are having this mental issue. Now, when we call it mental issue, it doesn't mean you are mad. There's a difference between a madman and someone who is having mental case. In as much as both are alike, but both are at the same time different. People go through a lot. Let's take, for example, people that walks around the clock. For example, there are some people, when you see them, they work a lot. In terms of job, they do their job diligently. They try to meet up on time in their job. They try to meet up every single thing. Not only that, they try to meet up in their job status, they try to meet up even in their love life. They try to meet up in their family gatherings. They are always there. Like, let's say these people are those type of people one can see and say, oh, I can bet on him. He will be here for me. She will be here for me. Now, this type of people are doing this. I call it people pleasing, because whatever you are doing that is telling on you, whatever you are doing that is taking a toll on your body, on your mental health, is not good for you. Now, when they break down because they are trying to meet up with life, trying to meet up in everybody's life, whatever anybody is doing, they will try to be there for people. Now, this they are doing is actually a good thing. But I'm trying to analyze some of the causes of mental health issues. When they try to meet up in everything, in everybody's life, meanwhile, no one cares to meet up with their own needs. At a point in their life, they will break down. These people will break down. Then there's a lot of people at the same time. They are worrying about one thing or the other. It could be they are worrying they are not yet married, let's put it like that. Or they are worried because they've not had a child, like they've not gotten an issue like a child. And they now deep and soak themselves in their worrying. every blessed day. If care is not taken, it's going to take a toll on their mental health. Like I said, there are some people who must have passed through a lot in life, maybe surgeries upon surgeries. These are the type of people that works for their family, for example. Maybe you are sent someone sent himself or herself, you find yourself in abroad because you are trying to meet up and to make your family to have a better life. They start working tirelessly just to send money back home. Or even the ones down here in Africa, they will start working tirelessly just to send money to their family to make sure that their family are doing well. Now, in the process of working tirelessly, they're always worrying themselves. Then, such people, yeah, they work tirelessly to send money home. They work tirelessly to make sure that their families are okay. They continue to do this, neglecting their health, neglecting their happiness, their peace, their joy, neglecting themselves entirely. Now, before they know what's going on, these people will actually break down completely, and it might affect their mental health. From there, things will begin so that if you know the one you are passing through, don't think, because when this thing starts, you won't even know that it has started. You won't even know. You will find yourself reacting in such manner that you know this is not really who you are, but you can't stop yourself because you've already triggered your mental health and it has already started in your life. So you need to know what you are passing through and at least slow down a bit in trying to pursue, in trying to please, like people pleasing. Look inwards, look at yourself, know what yourself is lacking, treat yourself well, pamper yourself, be there for yourself at least, because we're always there for people. We always strive to make people happy. We always strive to be in every event they called us, all because you want to please your friends, all because you want to please families. You are now stressing your life, and it's taking a toll on your mental health. If care is not taken, you will break down. Now, another causes of mental health is weight issues. There are some people who are overweight. Maybe they want to slim down. There are some people who are not even overweight, but it's just that they are not sure of themselves. There are some people you see that are looking good, but they're always constantly worried about what they look like, how they look, what people are saying about them. There are people like that. Austin Fun, yes, I'll call you up, my darling. Indicate there, but I'll call you up. There are some people who are always worried about how they look, what they put on, what people will say about their weight, and they kept on going like that because they are scared, they are not themselves. This can cause your mental health issues. It can cause you be disabled because you are after your weight. Even if you feel you are overweight, it is okay to appreciate yourself and work towards maybe having the size you would want for yourself. But instead of you worrying about what people will say about your weight. Now listen, guys, more especially women, this is more on our side. No matter how big you think you are in your weight, the truth is nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about anyone in this life. So we should not kill ourselves because we are trying to please people, for people to look at you and appreciate you and accept you by telling you, oh, you look slimmer, or you look beautiful. If anyone does not appreciate how you look like, let them deal with it. Let those people deal with it. Now, I'm not going to say all these things alone. I'm just analyzing them one after the other. Then another problem is friends. Friends can trigger mental health issues if care is not taken. For those of us who love to pack friends and are pleasing their friends 24 hours of their life. Let me call up Austin. Austin said I should call him up. There are people who are moving with group of friends, people who believe that they can't do it without their friends, people who believe that it's whatever their friends say that counts, and they try to please. I call them people pleasers. Now your friends will continue to taunt on you, make life miserable for you, unknowingly to you, because you are trying to please and please and please. It can take a toll on your mental health. Okay, first of all, let's welcome Austin is here. Austin, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, ma. Good evening.
Yeah, Austin, nice to have you here again. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, you're welcome too. How's the family, ma?
We're doing great, awesome. Sorry, it's raining heavily where I am, like
Oh, okay.
extremely. So if you notice, I'm kind of screaming because I need you guys to hear me. If I talk like in a very little way, you guys might not hear me because it's a heavy
Oh, okay.
downpour. Yeah. So Austin, I'm so happy having you here. So in today's topic, Austin, I am bringing out mental health issue for us today. Like I said,
Yeah.
we need to always talk about our mental health issues. We neglect our
Yeah.
mental health a lot more in Africa, Nigeria, at least where I
Yeah.
reside. But I know
Yeah.
people outside the country, they know what is mental health. They understand it better than we do down here. And it's a big thing over there. They don't neglect it. But down here, we neglect it a lot, you know. So that's why I'm analyzing the causes, the things that can cause mental health in our life,
Yeah.
and of course, how to avoid them. So let me hear you. I was talking about problems with friends as one of them. I've already
Yeah.
started mentioning a whole lot. Then analyze it for me. Problems of with friends, because I know friends can push friends. And if you're a people
Yes.
pleaser, you will always dance to the tune of your friends. And
Yeah.
before you know it, you will find yourself in that mental health disorder. So what do you have to say about it?
Well, first, I want to thank you for always bringing up topics that are very, very essential to human lives. And that is one thing I like about your program. I
Thank
don't like
you.
participating, but your program is something that when you come to this platform, there must be something you learn. It's like an eye opener for everybody. So I want to appreciate you for always making our time, to bring out things that
Aw,
will impact our
thank
life
you
positively.
so much.
You see,
Yeah, thank
mental
you.
health, yeah, mental health is a very, very sensitive and very important topic, especially for those people that are from Nigeria, because there are a lot of things. I don't want to go out from what you've said because everything you've said is the truth. I just want to add some few contributions to the positive answers you've given. First,
All right.
how do
If
people
you
go
want,
through
you can
mental
stay with
health?
us. Yeah.
People go through mental health as a result of sometimes what they pass through, sometimes pressure from peer groups, sometimes from the family, sometimes from
Yeah.
your office,
Yes.
sometimes in general life challenges. Every individuals have one or two things that they are going through in life. But how do we know that it is wrong for you to tell somebody not to think? Whether you like it or not, people must sit down and think about their life. They must sit
Definitely.
down and think about their problems. But when it becomes too much, it becomes a mental problem because that particular situation is no longer making you be who you are. You see yourself living a life that you are not supposed to live on the basis of trying to please people or trying to please yourself. First, I want everybody to have this in their mind. There's no problem that does not have a solution.
Thank
Yes,
you.
th- there's no problem, no matter how big the problem is, there must be a way out, if not 100%. Even if one is sick, even if one has HIV today, there's
Yep.
always a way to manage
Sure.
sickness. There's a
Sure.
way to manage situations. Don't ever feel when challenges come, oh, it is the end of the world. I'm finished. No, you can never be finished. There's a way out. Just sit down, take your time, relax.
I
And there's
think.
never a day in our life that God promised us that we are not going to face challenges. We should understand that challenges is part of life. Challenges are part of the things we pass through in life. That is the reason why we are here. Problem must come, a problem must be solved. Every
Exactly.
individual living in this world, you have one problem you are solving. Just the way you are organizing this program today. Do you know how many people you are creating awareness for? There are some people that does not even know what mental health is. It means even with this your program, you are solving problems. And as I'm talking to you, there are still people that are creating problems, like the armed robbers that are going somewhere to rob now. They are creating problems. So that is one of the essence of life. Problems must come and problems must be solved. But for me, how do I maneuver my situations if I'm going through a lot of challenges? First, I just tell myself, when I think too much, is the thinkness really going to solve the problem? Thinkness sometimes, when you think, it does not really solve the problem is still there. Sometimes if I'm down, I'll just go out, go and take beer,
Good.
drink, thinking that, oh, by the time I'm high, oh, this
Good.
problem is gone. But by the time the drink is out of your, like, the alcohol is no longer tipsy, giving you that tipsy vibe, the problem is still there. There must be a there
Greetings.
must be a positive way of coming out from it. Let us go for the aspect of women. Most women, when they are not married, it becomes a psychological deformation to them. When their friends start having kids, it becomes a problem. Like, I don't have kids, so and my friends. Look, the truth is, for the fact that your friend is having a baby or is getting married and you are not married yet, does not mean you are not making progress. Everybody is making progress one way or the other. And this is the mistake so many people make about marriage of today. Because when you see your friends, they get married, you are not looking at the time they built the relationship, how they started, before it got to that point, they decided that they want to get married. By the time you hear she's married, the next thing, a man that is not supposed to be your husband, maybe not even up to the standard of what you want to go for less because your friend is married and you don't want people to drag you to the mud. And when you jump into that kind of relationship without understanding, without knowing the man you are getting married to, you see the marriage after sometimes it collapses. When people are having children you don't have, look, it is not your fault. You are not going to kill yourself about it. It is not mandatory that everybody must give birth in this life.
Yeah.
That is why
No,
they
it's
have
not.
orphanage home where you can go there and pick one or two kids there, raise them up. It is not everybody that will give birth in this life. That is just the truth. It's the bitter truth. Everybody cannot be rich in this life, and everybody cannot be poor. But whatever it is, any situation you are, you can manage yourself. If, for example, my friends, they have 10 cars and I don't have, that is not enough reason for me to die or to kill myself or feel less value or feel I'm not up to class. No. The first thing that kill you as a man in this life is when you don't value yourself, when you kill your self-esteem. Even if one does not have everything in this world, you have to have that mindset of, I am the best at my field. I am bigger than this. I will overcome this. You know?
But these people are having mental issues. But sometimes they don't even know they are passing through it. That's why when you tell them you need help, they'll be bold to tell you, I don't need help, I'm good, I'm fine. But unfortunately, they are not fine. When you see people do dresses well, it doesn't mean that some of them are not passing through mental health states. A lot of things can cause it, like we're discussing here. Also,
Yeah.
just elaborate things that can cause mental health breakdown in life. Like I said,
Yeah.
initially, people pass through a lot. Like, there are some people that you find today are depressed, but unfortunately, they don't even know they are depressed. That's the most scariest part of it. They will
Yes.
tell you, I'm good, there is nothing wrong with you. But you notice that they are easily triggered. Like worrying. Worrying can cause you to lose your mental health state. Worrying can cause it when it's too much. But like we rightly
Yeah.
said, yeah, we can't stop anybody from getting worried. Even myself, there are sometimes I get worried. But I
Yeah.
try to, at the end of the day, push it aside. I don't dwell on it because when you dwell on it, it becomes a different thing altogether. It's like we are building a monster inside of you. We have
Yeah.
seen people that look well to do, even wealthy. When we talk about mental health, people think it's for poor people. No, it's for everyone. It happens to everyone. Now they are looking well to do, they might be wealthy enough, but you notice that they are being easily triggered over rubbish, over things that I even will call rubbish. Easily triggered, easily angered, always at their boss. If you ask me, these people are passing through a mental health issue disorder. They are having a disorder, but they fail to accept it because it's only when you understand what is actually going through your life, that is when help will begin to come to you. But when you are living in denial, how will anybody help you? So we're trying. That's why I said any of us watching this program right now, you might be passing through a lot, like some people in the families. Let's say firstborn sons, firstborn daughters. You know, these people, they always have it in mind. I must make it for my family. I must make my family to be stable, to be happy, to be wealthy enough. In fact, I must make it because I have load at my back. Then you see a firstborn son or a firstborn daughter struggling, working hard, doing everything to please his or her family at the detriment of their own health. Now they
Yeah.
don't even know what is happening to them. All they have in mind is, I must make it in this life to better my family's life. But they
Yeah.
are now going to the extreme. It's beginning to take a toll on them and they are not seeing it. They kept on sending money back home. They kept on making sure that everybody is okay. Now you see they are neglecting themselves. They are neglecting their health. They are neglecting their happiness. They don't even prioritize themselves anymore.
Mama, I
For
want
us
to.
listening, now it's not a bad thing to take care of a family. No. But all we're saying is don't overdo things that will take a toll on your mental health. Now,
Yeah.
when you break down, at the end of the day, you might regain your balance. You're right, but something is now missing inside of you. Like there's a shock inside. You are now having that mental health disorder, but you may not know why. You are not naked. You are not roaming around the street naked. You are
Mama.
not looking like a true madman. But my
Yeah.
dear, at that point, you're no longer all right. You are no
Mama.
longer all right. There are some things that will be happening in your life. Even someone by the side will look at you from afar and be like, this person, something is wrong with this person. But you yourself, you're not seeing it. But people are beginning to notice that this person is not fully all right. All right, let me not just say all of them. I will still come back to what I'm saying. I need Colin to speak. Colin, first of all, we welcome you. Thank you so much for joining our live, Colin. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Mama. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Colin. Thank you for joining us. Colin, today is about mental health. We're talking about mental health. This is a topic that we people run away from. People don't talk about it, or people joke with it. People joke with it without knowing that mental health is real. It can break anybody. It's actually real. And it is not something that is soft like the way we joke. You know, Nigerians will joke a lot. It's not something like you can just, toss aside and look at it like it's nothing. So, Colin, we're talking about things that can cause mental health cases and of course how to avoid them. We mentioned about weight, gaining weight, both in men and women, but more especially in women. Austin just pointed out something. Women do have, we give birth. And of course, when we start giving birth, a lot of changes happens in our body. Then for those of us, all of us, I must say, when we gain weight, there's a lot of us who does not come out of it at the end of the day. There are some that will gain that weight and still have confidence in themselves. Then we'll talk about the weight side of it. We talk about friends that can cause you mental health because you are trying to show up, trying to please. So, Colin, let me allow you to speak. Let's talk about the causes of this mental health. We're analyzing it for people to know. Many people doesn't know the causes. They don't know. They are thinking it's only when you are roaming around the street. That's okay. Everybody will now say she's mad or he's mad. No. So let's hear from you, Colin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mama. It's an interesting topic. You know, I always look forward to your program because
Yeah.
I learn a lot. I learn a lot from it. So today's topic is as interesting as the rest of the topics because mental health, I can say, is something that almost every Nigerian is battling with right now. People are going through
Exactly.
this. People are facing life in different stages. They are seeing different life. For some, is marriage issue. For others, is childbirth. For others, is relationship. For some, is work. Different reasons for people to being depressed and having a breakdown mentally. I think for me, applying the courses, I would say I will pick my own side from family, children, because the mental health thing is not just for adults, even children who go through mental health.
Yeah, sure.
It's just that they are kids, they don't know how to express it, but they do go through it. I would tell for the family, you can break down mentally when comparison comes in. That is something most of us parents used to do. We have fun of comparing our kids. Oh, look at your sister. Oh, look at your brother. Why can't you do like this? Why can't you be like him? We forget that no two persons are the same, and that two different children, they have their ways of understanding life, they have their way of picking things academically, have their way of learning. So when you as a parents, you are fond of comparing your kids either with their siblings or with their friends or whoever it is. Or look at your mates. You came out second. What about those who came out first? Do they have two heads? Look at your grade. You are affecting the child mentally. You are helping that child lose his or her confidence. They might not be able to tell you, they might not be able to express it to you because they are still children. But it's weighing them. You will see some children when they start growing, they lose confidence in themselves. Even when they are capable of doing something, they doubt themselves because you've raised them in an environment where you make them feel like they are not enough. You've raised them in an environment where you make them feel like they need to be like others before they can be accepted. So that too can take a toll in their mental health. That too can affect them mentally. That is the reason why if you work with some children, though there are children who are very quiet in nature, but there are some who their quietness is questionable. You will see he or she is always so quiet, like he or she feels intimidated. Like whenever you bring that child out publicly to meet her fellow children, you will see she will withdraw herself. Whether it's a boy or girl, he or she will withdraw him or herself because at that point they're feeling intimidated by other children. That's because you have spoken down on their confidence. You have reduced their confidence. So I think as parents, we need to learn how to help our children by building their confidence. No matter how terrible they are doing, good job. I say you're making some progress there. Keep it up. Even when there is no progress, just give them those positive encouragement. It will help boost their confidence. It will help them. Other one, helping them mentally. Because when a child believes that he or she can do something, even if you put that child in a difficult situation, because there's already a mindset, a belief that, oh, my mom said, my dad said, I can do this, I'm good at this, they will make an attempt. On a scale of 100%, that attempt will be 70% good. So let's not neglect the children out here. This is just an example. Again, for us adults, like you rightly said, there are things too that affect us mentally. Competition. Oh, my mates are married. My mates are already having 3 children. I'm yet to have one. No, you don't compare yourself. I always say this, we all have different qualities of God. We all have different events. There are people in this life, in this earth, that are with you and I that they will never get married. And that's fine. That doesn't make them less of a human. It's their path. They have a purpose on earth. So because you're not seeing yourself where you are today, where you want to be, does not mean that you're not making a progress. You are making a progress. At least you're better than those who are in the mortuary. You are better than those who are still in the village. You are somewhere. So we need to stop comparing ourselves. We need to stop being intimidated by what people are doing. I know most of my friends that we came out from secondary school, they are way better than me, but I'm not comparing myself with them. Because if I want to compare myself with them financially, in career wise, I should openly ask myself that, okay, family wise, they are not there, they are still single. So when you find a reason to keep going, you think that your life will be easier. You have gathering comparison, you keep on looking at others or what are they doing. You're gathering baggages for yourself. And it
Yeah.
will weigh down your journey of life. It will weigh you down because it will be very heavy, even when you want to make baggages for yourself. And it
Yeah.
will weigh down your journey of life. It will weigh you down because it will be very heavy. Even when you want to make a step, you will be like, am I even enough? Can I do it? You have to cut off any spirit of competition. Stop seeing others as, oh, it's a competition. Stop looking at life. Life is not a competition. Do your strength. Do what you can do and leave the rest for God. That's what they say. Do your mind. Try your best. If you wake up every morning and you can afford 3 square meters, you're blessed, darling. You're fucking blessed. You're very blessed. You're
Yeah.
blessed. You're fortunate.
Yeah.
If you even wake up from your bed and you're sound, you're in good health, you're blessed. That's enough. Just get up and go do your best. Stop saying that, oh, my neighbors are in abroad, they're flying private jets, oh, this is one building mansion. Because when you start comparing yourself, you're putting a pressure on yourself. An unnecessary pressure. You're pressuring yourself for nothing. That someone else is building a mansion and you are still renting it does not make you less of a human, does not disqualify your effort or the things you do to sustain yourself in life. You're doing your best. The thing that says that those who are when grace finds you, it seems like those who are yet to make it are not trying. They're trying. You're just opportune to be where you are today. That does not mean that your friends who are below you are less of a human or they are not making effort. They're even putting more effort than
Yeah.
you. It's just that it's different. Your light is different. You shine different.
You're right. But
That's
but
what they say.
All right.
There are people in this life with different paths. Secondly, still on that competition, there is something you mentioned which is very, very important. You mentioned something about people trying to live up to a standard. Let's say, for instance, you have a circle of friends that are billionaires, and you are just there trying your best, and then you hear that there is an event that is to happen, and then they are calling prices of Ashwebi, or they are doing a donation. You're in that was you're in that was it's a common thing. It's a common thing that happens. You're in the WhatsApp group and you're seeing people donating 1 million, 2 million, others are
Yeah.
donating 10 million. And you at that moment, the only thing you can afford is 50,000. My darling, drop your 50,000 out there. If they say they don't want to, let me give it back to you. You go and eat.
Fine.
Chlorine, Chlorine, how
And
you
I'm
hear me?
coming. Yeah, I'm
Let's allow
coming.
Colin to finish. Let's allow her to finish.
Okay.
I'm coming. Yeah, because see, you might think, yeah, it's good that you are surrounded by people who are far better than you so that they can motivate you. But don't allow it intimidate you. Get motivated, but don't get intimidated. It's a two
Good.
different thing.
Good.
It's a two different thing. Because I see people like, oh, you are shy, you are ashamed because you cannot afford. Do what you can do. Not the one you can afford. What matters is what you are feeding yourself, you are taking care of your needs. You are not in someone's
Good.
DM begging for food. Because that's the kind of people I respect. When you go out there and you hustle, no matter what your hustle is, I respect you because you pay your bills. I don't pay your damn bills. So we need to stop comparing ourselves. We need to stop
Mama.
being in a situation where we get intimidated. Stop allowing people's lifestyle intimidate you because when you allow that, it takes a toll on your mental health. You won't even know when you will find yourself soaked in thoughts.
Yeah.
You are thinking, how can I be good? How can I be to this level? And while you're thinking, you are affecting your head mentally. Probably your BP is reading. You are giving yourself sleepless nights. So we need
All
to
right.
work on that.
Yeah.
We need to work on that. And then another thing I want to highlight in is what? In a relationship or marriage, partners. I'll always say this, I don't believe in marriage. I believe in happiness. I don't believe in relationship. I believe in happiness. If you're with someone and he or she makes you happy, that's what matters. I don't believe in, oh, I am married, it's for better and for worse. I don't believe in that thing. I have a different ideology.